this movie is a movie that redefines all movies. It's incredible, and you're all incredible. So congratulations. And I'm going to start with you, the Queen, Rita. First of all,
well, you see, yeah, okay. All right, what can I do for you? Shut up.
First of all, you two opposite each other. I was asking about the sort of the love aspect of this film, but you two are, of course, you're leaders of rival gangs. How did you two create those sort of moments? Because I think in the original, they talked about how both sides were sort of kept apart on set. How did you guys create that tension?
I think there's a love story here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Something we're not willing to accept, so we go through all that fuss and trouble.
Yeah, I'm a little offended, quite frankly. I don't know what animosity you are getting from this film, but no, I don't know.
think for me it was.
It's pretty easy, man.
It was easy, and I think,
don't like you.
Yeah,
That's the easy.
It's that easy, and I think what helped a lot was that we had this ensemble backing us up, kind of like being there for us, and kind of guiding us through this journey of what we're supposed to do as the leaders of these gangs. I don't know, I remember when we shot the Rumble scene, which was like a whole week of night shoots. I just remember the intensity in that room every day, but it wasn't like I hated you or you hated me or the Sharks hated the Jets. It was just intense, and we all were feeling these emotions, and we were all there in the moment, present. And
we all knew that we were doing this thing together. Yeah. And I think, like, especially for the Rumble, David and I had rehearsed this knife fight and like choreographed it for months now, and we had been working on it, and it was just like, okay, here's the moments of doing it. And I think I told you this, but it's like that moment. I know I'm like spoiling it for someone that has never seen West Side before, but like there's a knife fight, and I'm like,
something happened.
Bad things happen. And but there's that moment, when that thing happens, and like we're looking at each other, and
it's like a realization of, wait, I don't actually hate you. I'm scared. I'm scared of losing my territory. I'm scared of losing my family. It's almost realizing that it's not personal. We're both afraid. And this is how we deal with our fears. Yeah,
and there was like this commonality and this understanding between the two characters in that moment, that particular moment. At least when I was like looking at you in that moment, I was like, oh,
that's when the love happens. That's when the love happened.
Yeah, that's when the love couldn't be stopped anymore.
Yeah. But it really was like an acceptance and like, oh, I see you for who you are.
Wow.
Kind of thing. It was interesting.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, I'll never forget that moment.
I never thought it was gonna end up being like that. It was just something that happened in that moment, and we kind of just rolled with it because you had your realization, I had my realization, and we were just both like, well, this is it. This is what our mistakes have led us to.
Well, I had heard, David, for you, like I know so many people auditioned. There was like an open call. They actually went after you. You were like off the grid somewhere, and you like came to like a Facebook message, and they sought you out for this role. And then on top of that, you needed to gain weight. So you had milkshakes and fried chicken. And I want to know how I have your life. How does this happen? Like, how soon?
I have no idea. I think it's so hard to explain. It just kind of happened, just like it just kind of happened to you. I don't think any of us really thought that we would be doing this right now. And I think the opportunity presented itself, and we just gave it what we had in our hearts. And that happened to be what they were looking for. Yeah. And I think it's as simple as that, I don't think they were chasing me, so it's not about that. I think I was just so excited to be able to like start working on this character and start bringing this to life. So for me, it just kind of unfolded itself naturally, and I was trying to keep up with what was unfolding.
Mike, one last question before we get wrapped. I know you both talked about how the rehearsal process was the most beautiful experience of your lives, I think, and that intense, like the Steven Spielberg of it all. But the first day you filmed, after all that, when you actually, they said action for the first time, what was that moment like? Did it feel different than rehearsals?
It was an extension of, it wasn't actually like different. It was like, okay, now we're just going to be here and you're going to wear these things and we're just going to do what we've been doing. Which up to this point, we were just doing the work. We were just getting to know ourselves and our tribes and spending time with each other and doing our work. And so when it came to, okay, action, it was just an extension of that,
Right.
it didn't stop. That process didn't stop. That's how I felt. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I feel like for me it was a little bit different because I felt like I was definitely nervous until it was like, all right, action. And then once the action, it's like all the nerves out the window, all the worries out the window. I was there and I was present. And like, that's why I like when it should be like the opposite. I should be nervous when they say action, but like for me, I'm nervous in life. And then
build up.
Yeah, like I'm nervous in normal life. And then once they say action, it's like, oh, I can be now who I want to be.
Right.
So it's interesting. I don't know.